And we're back with The Day with Trae. Our last guest for today is a poet, an author, and community healer. I'm so happy to have him today, and he's over here like, wow, you said that. Yes, you are. And I'm so happy to have him here today. Darryl Foto, how you doing, brother?
Man, I can't be anything but great after that. Man.
You have been doing some amazing work, just as a poet, as an author, and we tried to get you on one time, and the audio was just doing some things, but I'm just so happy to have you here today. First, how are you doing, brother?
You know what? Around the end of a month that's been going on for literally forever, I'm blessed. I'm happy, I'm grateful, and I'm here.
And here you are. And here I was on Friday at your poetry event that you do at the Space Inside. You do it. Can you tell us a little bit more about that?
Yes, that's like my baby, you know. As an artist, we're sensitive about our stuff, but man, so it's a poetry and sip every last Friday of the month. And when I tell you, it has been, for me, it's been a saving grace in a lot of ways. Coming out of the pandemic, one of the things I was desperately fiending for was community. Regardless if it was poets or not, I just needed people. And to walk into Space Inside and literally feel like, oh, take your shoes off and get comfortable with a whole bunch of strangers I have never met yet, but I left that room feeling amazing, feeling connected, feeling family. And to be able to host an open mic in a space that does that for me has been one of the greatest blessings.
Close to 100 people.
Yeah.
Every end of the
last
month.
Friday. Yes, sir.
And as a poet, to be able to facilitate that specific event, and you're hosting other events around King and Pierce County. Well, let's just say worldwide.
Hey.
How has that been? Because I mean, you started writing poetry at 10.
Yeah. It's been a journey. Well, to be fair, it didn't start with poetry. I'm a better storyteller than I am a poet. Poetry is just the medium that is the most accessible to me and makes me feel the most at home with what I do. But it started off with just like writing essays for school, and then I had like a really racist thing happen in a safe way, and I just been getting into like slam poetry, and I sat down in an aisle at like 3 a.m. and wrote my first poem.
Yeah.
Got to perform it. And
what was it called?
Oh, God.
You ain't got to recite it.
Okay, hey, I was about to say, I was like, as long as you don't ask me,
Good.
My name isn't Toby.
Your name isn't Toby.
That was the title of the poem. It was, I was going through a lot, and just in terms of embracing my blackness and accepting what that means within the society I live in. And yeah, it just felt like at the time, there was a lot of pressure to be like the respectable black man, the super humble, super calm, and you know, I'm not that guy. I'm calm, I'm humble, but I can't deal with that respectability politic in that sense.
Yeah, you remain you.
In every aspect of the word, come on.
And from My Name is Toby to writing many poems to then now being an author. Can you talk a little bit about your book? I mean, because I'm just saying.
You know, I'm smiling because Deontay knows I'm the worst at self-promotion.
Yes, so, and you need to be. What's your book called?
My book is called Lessons in Chasing Paper Cuts. The concept was, at the time, writing felt like reopening wounds.
Yeah. At
the time, it was catharsis, yes, but it hurt to realize that my life, my perception of my reality, everything wasn't necessarily what I thought it was.
Yeah.
And so every time I was writing a poem, it was like a paper cut. Like I'm hurting myself to get this out, but at the end, it ended up being this beautiful compilation of scars that I am so proud of.
And community is so proud of you. And the book is good, so y'all need to get
I mean, it's cool, whatever.
You need to get the book. And it's interesting because, you know, filling in for Trae this week, I was so excited, and I started kind of going through some things with losing someone, and in my head I made sure that I put you and Eleuthera here for this specific day because I know that my community folks have struggled. And one of the things that have helped get me through, as I'm still going through something now, just because you see people hosting things and you see them at events doesn't mean that we don't we don't deal, right? Because I am struggling. Grief and loss is real. It's like a weight that you carry. But one thing that has always helped me get through over the past year is when I come into Inside and I hear your Black Joy poem. So can you recite that for us today?
Of course.
Okay.
Of course. I would love to. So this poem's called An Ode to Black Joy. Let's talk about it. Black joy, black joy. I'm talking smiling faces, all shades of beautiful. Darker than a new moon, yet still shine brighter than that midday sun. Black joy is a shooting star's inspiration. A wet giggle, escaping cracked lips to splash our molten sidewalks from blocks. Too familiar with this kind of heat and the pain that accompanies it. Black joy is a breath of fresh air in a world struggling to breathe. Black joy is a Sunday drive, backdrop of a city you'll never call home again. Call it sadness, call it depression, name it your demons, but never look back. Black joy is never looking back. It's knowing what you've been through, yet still finding the courage to greet the morning sun. Pay homage to our lost ones. Black joy is how we survive. Despite the weight of the dead we carry, y'all, this is the joy of pallbearers, etching kinfolk into epidermis as proof that our names will persist, despite a badge's insistence to exterminate our existence, yet still, y'all, we eat that shit. Face their prejudice with love. Hate with acceptance. Black joy is singing kumbaya while the world screams boom my yay. Black joy be defiance, a rebellion to the tune of we shall overcome. Black joy is a song found in the middle of a cotton field. A Negro spiritual, born from the burst back that broke master's whip. I'm talking a roadmap to freedom. Peeled from the hides of grinning slaves and inheritance, passed down from this lineage of martyrs who traded their lives to make our smiles this political, but still, black joy ain't just a statement. It's a verb, an action, not a movement. No trend to appease white guilt, but the inspiration for racist tears, which is not to say that their salt waters my garden. I'm just saying that a colonizer's discomfort will always make the sun shine brighter. Black joy is how my people make the sun shine brighter. A light bulb in the dark, a spark to ignite the mind of the uninspired. Black joy be the death of shadows haunting family trees. The dissolution of residues left from decades of decadence. Black joy is healing generational wounds. It's little black boys raised by single black mothers, becoming black fathers, protecting their sons and daughters. It's the house that our ancestors built, the house that we now call home. And I promise y'all, ain't nothing taking them keys away. Nothing can steal our joy. Thank you.
I love you, brother.
Come on now.
Every time I hear it, I appreciate you.
I appreciate you.
I appreciate you. Please, if you can. I just had to take a minute. If you can, look in that camera, let community know this is how we're going to promote ourselves.
Okay.
You're going to promote. You're going to uplift community, let community know where they can find you at the end of the month, let people know where they can buy your book and where they can find you on social media.
ironically, the answer to all of those questions is kind of the same thing. So you can find me on social media on Instagram at picture_perfect_poetry253. That is where I post a lot of my updates as far as where I'm going to be. I post on my monthly open mic on my stories all the time. It's on my page. The link to buy my book is also in that bio. So it's a 2 for 3 for. Come on now. You can also find me on TikTok at photoshoot124.
Time out. I didn't know you was on TikTok. Thank you for coming on. We're going to actually talk to him about that in just a moment. We're going to take one more break, and we'll be back with The Day with Trae. You got a TikTok?
Yeah, for sure.